Hi guys. I've actually recorded this about 8 times now. 16 minutes long. I was into the story time 16 minutes and I was like, I want to delete it. I'm really scared to talk about this. Cause I just, it's not really that upbeat. It's not really that fun. It's just kind of creepy. And if you are easily scared, please don't watch this video. I don't want anyone to not be able to sleep because of this. I certainly can't sleep because of this. That's just because this is an ongoing investigation and I'm still being stalked. So, I'm trying to put myself in a bit of danger by doing this. Oh well, I literally had to ask my mom, I was like, Mom, please can you bring me a drink? Because I'm legit like sweating from speaking about it. But anyway, hi, my name's Katie. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe down somewhere. I don't know how to say it. I'm not good at YouTube, but I'm starting. I have wonky eyebrows. Please don't point it out in the comments, it hurts my feelings. Anyway, let's get into the story time. So, this story started when I was 16. I'm now 18 and it's still ongoing. One of the people that was stalking me has been caught and his house has been like searched and stuff. But we'll talk about that later. The other one hasn't been caught and he's actually the one I'm more scared of. So that's why I guess it's such a freaky thing to talk about and I just feel really uncomfortable sometimes when I speak on this kind of things because I don't want to get in legal trouble. I will also be inserting police reports and videos and pictures of me being stalked in this video as well. So don't say I'm lying because I'm not and I have all the receipts. So, when I was 16, like most 16-year-old girls, I liked makeup. So what did I do? I became a makeup artist. I was in college part-time doing performing arts, and I was also doing makeup at a place called Kiko Milano. Great place to work. I loved it there. I loved every girl there. They're amazing. They're very supportive of this as well. So if you're watching it, anyone that worked at Kiko, hi sis, hope you're doing well. All the girls there, hey baby, even if you don't know who I am because you're new there. Everyone in Oxford is nosy, so I'm gonna see a lot of people watching this. If you're watching this from Oxford and you know me, watch out, there's a lot of creepy men in Oxford that are stalking you, probably. Not to scare anyone. We're losing light! Sorry, it's getting dark. So, I was 16, I started working at Kiko as a makeup artist part-time. And during this time that I was working there, I noticed a few men watching me and my colleagues at work. And obviously, I was like, creepy, but it happens a lot. We had a lot of weird men coming into Kiko quite frequently that just wanted to talk to girls. And 16-year-old Katie did not look 16. So I was a bit of a jailbait kid. That's not jailbait, is it? Because it's 16. 16 is the legal age. Anyway, whatever. So yeah. We had some men. Well, I'm gonna call Stalker in the group Stalker A. And I'm gonna call the guy the next stalker, Stalker B. But they both started occurring at the same time when I was working at Kiko. So Kiko's probably cursed by me and my stalkers. But anyway, I worked in the Kiko in Oxford and that Kiko has a Costa directly in front of it. If you're from Oxford, you'll know what I'm talking about. Stalker A would sit there with his friends. He's like his mid 40s. And he would just sit there with his friends drinking coffee and watching girls at Kiko. And I was one of the girls that they would point at and stare at. And I just thought, oh my god, like I'm so hot, these men are looking at me, creeps. Ew. Me and my friends like at work would just laugh about it. All my colleagues would just take it as a joke at first. And obviously it got serious towards the end, but whatever. A month after that was continuing on, because these stories happened at the same time, we noticed a young man on his own who would just stand outside Costa staring at us. And we didn't know which one he was staring at. Turns out it was me. But we didn't know that at the time because the shop is really small. He could have been looking at any one of us. But he would literally stand there. This is so creepy, guys. He would just stand there like this. He wasn't on the phone. We both know we're not on the phone, Stalker B. Why would you? And he would just stand like this. Like sometimes he'd just be like this. So we were under the impression that he was recording us. And because of that, we had to get him like banned. Before we did that, he actually tried to follow me to my bus stop, which is when things started to escalate and it became more of a serious problem with Stalker B. Stalker A maintained his normal staring to the shop thing. We didn't think anything of that. That was still happening though. So But Stalker B was like my main focus at this point because I was like, he's literally following me Every time I leave the store, we would have to use different exits, and all the girls would be like on the phone to our boss, Pat, who's amazing. Love you, Pat, if you're watching this. Okay, so yeah, I left Kiko for like unrelated reasons. I just left. I just kept being really late. I was very late to work a lot. And then I started working at Lush, the bath bomb shop. You know, the women that come up to you and they're like, hey, you wanna try any bath bombs? And you're like, no, and they're like, please. That was basically me. But when I started working at Lush, that's when things took a bad turn. I started posting my whereabouts on social media, which isn't very smart. But I would literally be like, I'm going to my Lush interview, like I'm so excited. And I think Stalker B must have had me on Instagram or Snapchat or something, which if you guys don't have me on Instagram, like please follow my Instagram, I'm begging you. It's in my description. But yeah, I was just a bit stupid and naive, and I thought it would be fine to post that, and it wasn't. But anyway, so I went to my interview, and it was a group interview. Lush, when they hire you, they are very thorough with who they hire. There's like 3 rounds. It's like the X Factor, you know? We have the auditions, then we have judges' houses and finals. I was at my judges' houses stage, so I was at my group interview where they kind of like choose whether they're going to give you a trial shift or not. And I did get the job. Story short, but whatever. At my trial shift at Lush, the stalker from Kiko, Stalker A, the one that sat in a group, he came in and told one of my managers that they should hire me, and if they do, that he will come in a lot more. It like was so creepy to me. Like I was just a 17-year-old little innocent baby deer, and he was like a creepy lion, like ew. But it's not funny, sorry, I need to chill. So he told one of my colleagues that if they hired me, he would come in a lot more. He liked me, And they, at the end of the interview, told me about that and just basically said they don't want me to go home alone and they want to escort me off the premises to my mum's car. So I was escorted off the premises after my first interview, proper interview at Lush, and that's so embarrassing. Like, I was unbelievably embarrassed because I felt like, why would you want to hire me now because I have so much baggage? But I did get the job, so thanks for that, guys. And then after that, so Stalker B then came back into the picture after being away for 6 months. My friend has special needs. He was unfortunately in a hit and run 2 years ago and is brain damaged, which means that he has learning difficulties and he also can't walk properly. And at the time, he wasn't very good at walking at all. He's very much improved now. He's a great guy. Love you, Stephen. When he's with me, he has to have a carer, and his mum is his carer. And I was helping him walk, and his mum went to get us some ice cream because it was getting summer. It was like warm, you know. She wanted to get some ice cream. So we're waiting outside Marks and Spencer's, and I noticed that we were being followed. And I'm very cautious because of that guy, Stalker A. So I was like always looking around my shoulder, and I noticed that this guy was following me. And I was like, nah, this can't be like the same guy from Kiko. And it was. And I recorded it on my phone, and I'm gonna send those videos around the screen somewhere. I'll put them on the screen, but you can watch those videos now. Still following us. He's now walking. He's right over there by the bank. But basically, he was following me and my friend, and I couldn't run. This is important. I couldn't run away. I couldn't go somewhere safe because I had my friend with me, and I didn't want him to be scared, so I didn't say anything. I just filmed away and did everything I could to just make sure that everything was documented so I could tell the police. You guys all know I'm being stalked by this guy. When I worked in a makeup shop recently, he followed me and watched all my colleagues, and now he's standing by this guitarist whilst I'm waiting for my friend's mum, so that's cute. But as you can see in the video, this guy is completely like relentless. He didn't care that I was filming him. He was just ducking around corners, waiting for me. I couldn't run off. He knew that I was with my friend with special needs because my friend is clearly in has a frame. Anyway, so he was following me for around an hour. The reason he stopped is because I went up to my guy friend that I had, and I was like to him, Callum, I don't feel safe. Can we please hang out for a bit? My guy friend is very tall. He's like 6'4". He's massive. He's a big guy. And I think the guy was like, even though the stalker was still hovering around me, he knew he wouldn't be able to follow me home because I was with this guy. So that's when it stopped. He would not, even if I had my phone recording him, wouldn't stop following me. And I was just very, very freaked out. it was just scary for me. And so I carried on working at Lush, and this other guy, Stalker A, who was also from Kiko originally, would sit outside Lush where I started working, and he would literally just sit staring at me, because the Lush that I worked at in the Westgate has a Pret outside it, and he would sit there and watch me work. And I have a picture of that as well, because I would stand outside blowing bubbles for the children, so they would come in and like we, you know, buy products and stuff. So I was one of those girls at Lush. If you ever seen girls outside Lush blowing bubbles, I was one of those girls. Okay, I was one of those girls. I was very proud of that job. I really enjoyed it. It was fun. And even though I was scared when I'd see him, I didn't want to be like, do you know what? No, guys, I don't want to work here anymore, because this guy's following me and like, eh. And eventually we'd have to call the police, and I told them everything. I was in the interview room for about 4 hours with my mum, and it was just sad, because I felt embarrassed that I had to it was affecting me in so many ways that I didn't feel safe at work, you know, and it wasn't fair. So we reported it, and we put out a search for these men, and the videos were put onto the Thames Valley Police page on Facebook, and there was like not warrants for their arrest. I don't know what the word would be, but they were searching for them. It was an ongoing investigation, and it still is for the second guy. I do get the police calling me every few weeks to tell me like what's going on, like if they have any updates or anything. But yeah, so I'll put those police reports up here. I also only did a police report on one of the guys, on Stalker B, because I was more threatened by him, because he was very relentless and he never stopped, even when I was filming him, and he wasn't afraid to be filmed or known on my social media, and it was just more scary to me. And then we did actually catch Stalker A. As I said, he was caught. We ransacked his house. Not we, I wasn't there like with my little, like I wasn't there. But the police did that. They found him and they searched his house. They also found out he has a wife and a child. So that's why I was like, I don't want his face to be everywhere. I feel bad. Because it's like, even though he was following me around and sitting outside my work and making me feel uncomfortable and coming in and selling stuff to my colleagues about me, and this went on for like 2 years, I still feel bad for his child. And I was like, that's not fair, you know? So I didn't, but I will blur out their faces for legal reasons, not because I want to protect their identity. Because frankly, Stalker B, I don't care. Put the girl on blast, but I can't, because legally that's bad and I will get in trouble. But yeah, so you can see in some of the pictures that I put up, like I'm literally stood in the area doing my bubbles and the guy's there. And then Stalker A, I'm filming and I'm literally saying like, anyone in Oxford, beware of this guy, he's really creepy. But Stalker B is still ongoing. I still do see him around. I still have to call the police about him regularly. Case isn't closed, we haven't found him. And I do want that guy to be arrested, and I will press charges 100%. But for Stalker A, I don't want to press charges currently, because that's kind of simmered down. But yeah, please, that's basically it. That's basically the story time. I will keep you guys updated on it. I feel like Tana Mojo, but like, whatever. Yeah, I hope you guys are safe. I hope you guys are well. If you do live in Oxford, please be careful. Some of you guys are really young, and you probably haven't experienced anything like this before, but unfortunately you probably will as you grow up. But just please make sure you are safe, like safe, you're safe, you take the right precautions, and you just look after yourself, because it's a dangerous world out there. And I'm not trying to scare you, I'm just being realistic, ladies. We've got to stick together. And yeah, I'll have more story times for you guys soon, because my life be crazy. But that was the one we're gonna do today, and I'm really excited to have this YouTube channel up and running. So I love you guys so much. Please subscribe, like this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Wish me luck with everything, and be safe. Bye bye, lads.